How you all doing? If you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. Alright, we got a Game of Life and a deluxe anniversary edition Monopoly, which could be a big surprise. And then a bag of toys I got at a church flea market yard sale for $2. So we're in it for $8.50 today. Let's look at Game of Life. Alright, so Game of Life is one of those games we pick up the parts, but I might have to consider changing my strategy here because the rule is you gotta have at least 2 parts I can sell. And that has been for a long time. The cars with the pegs, which sell very well, and the spinners. And for some reason, the spinners have really fallen off. It used to be about equal. Now I'm behind. I think I have about 6 spinners and 1 set of cards at this point. The cards and the money don't really move. Nothing else in here does necessarily. So if that's the case, I'm going to have to buy this for less money because I'm only going to have 1 thing to sell. It's a plastic bag. We got a car. I'll take the spinner and add it to the horde. There was a time when they sold pretty well. But today is not the day. The cards are bent to hell. Motherfucker. I don't think there's any pegs or anything in here. God damn. You know, if I ever buy a game, it's actually the game it's supposed to be. That'll be the day. Pull this whole thing out. Double check with box. It'd be kind of hard to hide 5 cars and every peg. There's even the thing the pegs were on. I got nothing. This is worthless. Oh no. Well, it's not worthless. I got the spinner, but as we're talking, and I have 1 car to put into my spare parts bag. Well, actually, no, I converted. Yeah, I might as well show that. So I made something the other day that I do with board games. Not much. But I have spare parts. We got adjust the camera, so I wasn't planning on actually doing this. So I have starry movers to complete sets. I have gold token. I have wooden Monopoly houses. And then I have the traditional 10 count for Monopoly. So that is Horseman. I have plenty of other stuff, but I'm light on Horseman. Then I have random token, clue pieces, 3 kinds of Monopoly money, and right here I have my spare life stuff. So I'll add this car here because I can't do anything with it because that's not the car I was missing. Got a spinner. I don't even know what I'm selling these at. That's might be 7, might be 8. Real quick. Oh, come on. Kid was using my phone. So yeah, if I punch in life, I can see my running set of pegs and vehicles. 1 left. Oh, okay. We have two different kinds. That's why. I got one spinner, an orange one. So this is my fifth green spinner. Okay. I sold out of green spinners. So I've been listing them for 2 months now. So it's actually not that bad. I thought I was mission critical on this. Maybe not. Either way, I didn't get any cars out of this, and that's what I wanted. So, whatever. Game of life, you're still cool. So, however, I'll leave it at 8. If I get too many more spinners, I'll drop it to 7 until I sell out. I think that's actually what I did last time and why I sold out. So, that puts us at 3. Now let's check out a kind of exciting Monopoly. Deluxe Anniversary Edition Monopoly. We're not going to sell it as is because the box is damaged. I did break my rule and I paid $4 for this. And there's a good reason for it, or else we're going to see if there's a good reason. This is way too heavy. There's something else in here. It might be good, it might be bad. Now, historically, families would, this is an 80s game, so families would have a board game. They'd have Monopoly, whatever, 60 something. I don't know why the camera's doing that. And then they'd get this version, and they just take all the parts and throw them in. This box is really, really heavy. We're clocking in at 6 pounds. That doesn't sound right to me. Now, if this was something still on the market, and you weren't sure, you could go to Amazon and it would tell you what it weighs to have it shipped. It's in the deal at the bottom. This obviously is not going to be on Amazon. But I think there's something else in here. So I think it's going to be worth the extra buck and not waiting all that time for it to come up on sale. So classic anniversary is gold tokens, wooden hotels and houses, which I need because I sold out. Double stack of money, a white spinner. This smells like a basement. Really, really bad. Whatever. So, rules and history of Monopoly. I doubt this has any value. We have the board, which is gray on the outside. This has been in a basement. It's hard to see. You can kind of see how modeled it is. We got mesothelioma opening this. All right. So this isn't the deluxe edition money. This is just the regular old money, unless it's mixed in. So maybe a double shot of, see, that's exactly what I thought happened. These hundreds are from 2 different sets. Because one has the writing and one does not. So this is old money and then mid-period. So somebody just threw these things together. It could have also been the store. It could have been that they just didn't feel like dropping off 2 boxes and they just mixed some stuff up at their house. But that's why I wanted to grab this, because I knew I would get more stuff. Or it could have been something stupid in here. I want to pretend that I was guaranteed success. I just failed at life, the game. So plenty of hundreds. Be interesting to see if there's other money. Yeah, see? This is all wrong. It has the other hotels and houses and the wooden ones. This is definitely 2 games thrown together, which is good. But all right, I'm going to sort this out and we'll go through it. So, what this was, it's actually 3 Monopolies put together. And I don't know how this came about, but when I got to the 20s, I figured out that was the gig because we have 20s with the writing, and then we have 2 kinds of 20s without writing. It's tough to pick up on camera, but the top ones are the older version because they were not as aggressive or green. There's also tokens that are not the gold that go to the set. And then the reason the box is so heavy is it's a Monopoly's 1965 board inside too. It's pretty much what I thought it was. Family had the old one, got the anniversary edition, stuck them together. I don't know where the new money came from. But yeah, we have a lot of stuff here, so I'm going to sort this out again and actually have a total. Moved everything around, moved all the hotels, houses for my big lot, and I sold one today. So the magic number was 87 houses, 34 hotels. Will get you a sale on those. So it's going to keep. I'll build up another lot of them, and then I'll keep adding to that. But I was happy I sold one. So we have hotels, houses, the wooden ones. I have a set of those. Like I said, it was 3 games, so I actually ended up with 3 sets of tokens, except I'm missing 1 cannon, and one of the shoes was broken. The back of the shoe, whatever that is, can break on it. So I just threw that out. I got, as I showed you, I have a tackle box full. I can make sets. So that's 1, 2, 3 sets with the gold, including the train. And then I have at least 2 sets of money, maybe 3 out of that box. So out of that box, there we are. Maybe a little more depending on money. All right, so last thing, we have this church flea market random toy bag that I picked up for $2. Sorting, I actually ended up with 5 money packs out of that box, inexplicably. So just the profit. So I got this at driving around doing my usual thrift shop hits, and there was a church like flea market in their parking lot. So I'm like, whatever. Went there. A lot of stuff was too expensive. A lot of stuff was knick-knacky. But there was this $2 bag of stuff, and inside it, there's some Littlest Pet Shops. I don't know if they're worth anything, but at $2, I was willing to take a shot. But, Littlest Pet Shops I did a few videos ago, sold real well. Sold about half of them so far, including one of the $30 ones. So I paid $2 for those. So this is Lego Friends. I don't like the new Legos. The new minifigs, I don't like these. Go classic or go fuck yourself, is what I would say. I can't imagine this would have value. I'll give it to my kids to play with. They like Legos well enough. They don't have that nostalgia factor. Alright, we have a box. Says Pony Gals Dixie, whatever Pony Gals is. Inside we have a fake cell phone and some discs that go to something. We're going to assume that's not of any value. So we got a Littlest Pet Shop, or is it a knockoff? Some of these are fake. Nope, this is a legit 2007 Littlest Pet Shop. We'll dig into that in a minute. Got a piece of something. Probably never gonna figure that out. Adjust my camera a little bit here. Instructions for an app. Okay. Course. So it's really weird looking because it's mint green. It's anatomically correct, which generally means it's collectible, because that's the difference between a collector piece and a toy. So let me see if I could read the mark. PS Co. I don't know what that is. It's actually nice quality. It feels good. Got a piece of wood. I don't know. Kind of dude. It's been ripped in half. Transformer guy. Pieces of stuff. I would Google Lens this, but I know it's not like vintage. It's just pieces from some kid, and we could date it to like 2007-ish. Oh, we got a legitimate My Little Pony. So that's Applejack. So this is going to be like what's wrong with a paw? Oh. So it's probably like G4 not brushable. So that makes it not as popular. Got another Littlest Pet Shop. Got another Littlest Pet Shop. So this should be a good pickup. A legitimate wooden table. I knew a guy back in 2002, and he made dollhouse furniture, like wooden dollhouse furniture, and he was a millionaire. Because it was kind of like, 2002 was not the internet era. People had internet, certainly, but it wasn't like it is now. So he was the only dude doing this. And I talked to him about it, and basically he's like, it takes time, but my materials, I could buy one piece of walnut, and I can make 50 dollhouse tables, and I can sell them for like $15 each. So like his return on investment was ridiculous. And then he got into cocaine. That's the end of that story. Didn't die or anything. He was just a douchebag at that point. Anyways. A lot of little... Oh, so this is... what are those called? The eggs, the chocolate eggs. This is what this comes from. That's where most of this comes from. Kinder World or whatever they're called. They have that mark on it. So this is, what the hell are these called? Not brats. Similar to. I don't know if any of them have value. I don't think they do, but we'll Google Lens it because it's very glittery. Just in case. Alright, we got a weird dog figure. It's like a caricature of a dog. Because if you look, the head on this thing, the head's bigger than the body. That doesn't make a lot of sense. It's well made. I don't quite understand what it is. We'll Google Lens that too. We have another pet shop. This is looking like it's all Kinder egg stuff, except this is Blip Toys, though that's just a junk brand. Precious Gem. What the hell's that called? I forget. I'll give it to my kids. They'll think it's a treasure. Oh, a ring. Huh. Huh. The odds of this being legitimate are quite slim, but you have no idea. Uh, this is sterling silver. Okay. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what sterling silver jewelry goes for at this point. Uh, yeah, that's weird. Now I feel kind of bad. It might have fallen off somebody's finger while they were doing this. I mean, it's I don't know. I mean, it looks small to me, but I have like guy hands, so it's kind of not gonna work for me. Weird. Okay, well, I can't price it, so just dump all the junk here. Let's dig into. Yeah, I'll look them up and we'll get this over with because the video is getting kind of long. All right, so we'll start off with things of no value. This is LOL Surprise Doll. Sell-through rate on these at this point, I haven't looked in a long time. I bought some, I ended up throwing them out because they never moved. Sell-through rate is about 8%, which is terrible. So, with 59,000 of these for sale at any given moment. So, we're tossing that. This is from a Barbie set, so that's why it's weirdly proportioned, just like Barbie, I guess. Not going to have any value by itself. And this is a McDonald's Applejack. So I'm going to toss that. On to our littlest pet shops. At lowest, we have a cockatiel. $7 I can get for that. Butterfly 9. 10 for the husky. And 14 for the whatever spaniel, I guess. So let's see. So there's that. Then there's this. Then there's that. So Google Lens told me that this is Peter Stone stone chips, and this was a horse set from 2004, which fits the timeline, and that's what that PS Co is on the leg. Oh, that's an 04. Okay, well that makes sense. So this is little figures of horses that are meant to look like precious gemstones. This is Jade Morgan. $19 for sale. We have 11 watchers on this set at $40. In package, we got 39 on this. It routinely sells. Sell-through rate is pretty good. It sells for $40. So that is why instincts are something that play a big part in this. I've come to realize. And context clues. It has a nice quality to it. And you'd think it's in with all this kids stuff. It's a kids thing. It's quality, made of good materials, anatomically correct. This is not a kid's toy. This is a collectible. And rookie me might have tossed this in the trash. Me, who's been doing this for a bit, would not. So there's that. That's a good day at the office. And a lot of that came from a $2 church flea market bag. And that's not including a sterling silver ring that I got to figure out what I'm going to do with it. I'm working this weekend. In fact, I think I'm working 21 days in a row, which is fucking terrible. But I'm going to put it in my pocket. And if I see a cash for gold joint, I'll probably pop in and take literally anything for it. So, if you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.